Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yeah, we will be now starting reading the next phase of the power and creation chapter. Till now, we have learned that love has no limits and we can go beyond our imagination. Love has the power to create what we cannot even imagine. Okay, so that means we cannot even imagine. I mean, we can imagine, but we have to push ourselves to the limit. The maximum and the highest we can push ourselves, the maximum and the highest we can think of is just a piece of cake for the power of love. Okay, so and in this also we have learned that whatever you can imagine is already existing in this universe. You have to harness the power of love so that you can attract it towards your life in the visible world. Okay. So now, what are the things that you can do to bring it to yourself? So we have learned that the positivity, good feelings, being in the positive zone, and playing. Playing means, yes, we read the example that there was a lady who was looking for job, and then she started thinking that she already had the job and she was trying to act like that. So now how to prop yourself up? That means you can use props to create a world of your dreams in your imagination. Okay. So whenever you permit yourself to think what persons, things, conditions, or circumstances may suggest, you are not following what you want to think. Okay. You are not following your own desires, but borrowed desires. Use your imagination in determining what you want to think or do. Okay, so sometimes what happens is that we create our desires based on others' desires. Like, say, what she's saying is whenever you permit yourself to think what other person's thinks, conditions, or circumstances may suggest, you're not following what you think. So you are not bringing your own dreams, but you're borrowing your dreams. For example, you think that that person is an engineer, so I should also be an engineer. Or that person is a singer, so I also want to be a singer. And you make up your dream. Maybe, for example, someone tells you that there is a lot of money in the beauty industry, and I should also do a beauty course and I should also put myself into it. But this is not what your desire is. You have borrowed the desire from someone else, thinking that this is a profession which can give you a lot of money. So let's do that. Okay. So so money never comes from borrowed desires. Okay. Money comes when you put your love into what you want to do, what you actually want to think or do. Okay. And then do you love doing what you're doing? Yes. If you do, then you can put your imaginations and desires according to that. I mean, what do you love to do? What makes you feel bliss when you do that thing? For example, singing. If you are in bliss when you are singing and you're just enjoying the music, the beats and the sur and everything, and you understand that very well, and it brings you a level of happiness that nothing else can give you, then yes, that is your profession. But it's not that if Lata Mangeshkar is a singer, so I should also learn singing because she has earned a lot of fame and name. No, it's not like that. Similarly for cricket or maybe hockey or maybe football or other professions like being opening a business or whatever it is. Okay, so whenever you permit yourself to think what other person's things, conditions or circumstances may suggest, दूसरे लोगों की, other persons, other person situation condition क्या suggest कर रही है, you are not following what you want to think. Okay, you are not doing that. You are borrowing those desires into your life. I think it is clear now. It was a bit complicated to understand, but is it okay now? I shall proceed. Okay. Christian D. Larson, new thought author. So, when using the creation process, use all the props you can to generate the feeling that you have what you want already. Okay. Surround yourselves with items of clothing, pictures, photographs, or relevant objects so you can imagine and feel the feelings of having what you want. You can use clothing, pictures, photographs, you can use your vision board, you can even buy small items. Say, for example, you want to travel to a different you want to have a vacation. So if you want to go for a vacation, other than buying tickets and everything, you can buy small things. Like, for example, you want to go to a beach, you can buy a hat and you can buy a swimming suit, and you can just keep it in your in a place where you'll see it often, and just feel it that yes, you're going to that vacation and you're having that fun, and you're imagining and feeling by those props. Okay, if you want new clothes, make sure you have space in your wardrobe with empty clothes hangers ready for your new clothes. So if you want to see, this is the right thing to do. Decluttering your almiras, decluttering your house with things you don't need, so you can bring more. So you can make space for the items in your house. For example, you want to buy a sofa, but you already have a living room which is full of unnecessary things which you don't want, maybe. So just clear it up, just clear the things in your say, for example, wardrobe for the clothes. And if you want to bring more money into your life, does your wallet have space for money, or is it full of irrelevant bits of paper? If you want the perfect partner, you must imagine and feel that the person is with you now. Are you sleeping in the middle of your bed, or are you sleeping on one side because your partner is on the other side of the bed? If your partner were with you now, if your partner were with you now, you would be using only half the space in your wardrobe because your partner's clothes would be in the other half of the wardrobe, right? So, do you set your table for two people or one person? Just putting out an extra place is something you can easily do. Do your best not to contradict your desire in your day to day actions, and instead use the world of props that surround you to feel as though you already have what you want. These are simple little things you can do with props and your imagination, but they are incredibly powerful. So, what this para is trying to say, that whatever it is that we want to attract in our lives, have we made ourselves prepared to welcome it in our lives? Are we ready for that dream? Are we ready for the new set of dresses? Have I made the space in the wardrobe? Am I ready for the money in my life? Money in my life already? Have I filled my wallet with unnecessary clutter? So decluttering your wallets, decluttering your Gmail box, decluttering your drive, even the soft things is very, very important to bring more to you. Because if you are already full with your things, how would you attract more? Okay, so this is the way you think. And and especially for the people who want a partner in their lives, do they have place for, just can you just hold on for a second? Say, for example, who want to attract a perfect partner in their lives, are they sleeping in the middle of their bed? Have they made space for the partner? Have they made space for his clothes or her clothes? Have they made space for, making food for them, or are they making the tables? So this is how things can be done by imagining yourself with your dream, being in your dream, doing things with your dream, and then having. Being and doing is important. Having is not in our hands. Having comes by itself, and it must come. It must comes with your actions. Yeah. So yes. And when we do this with your imagination, now you will actually feel it. And then this process is incredibly powerful. Okay. One woman used props and her imagination to receive a horse. She had wanted a horse all her life, but she could not afford to buy one. Okay, these are all the examples which the book is giving. Now you have to apply in your life what you want and how you can relate the props which are mentioned in this book with respect to your dream. So every person has their own set of dreams, own way of looking at things, and they must correlate their lives with these examples. These are not just examples, these are real life incidents which have happened to people and what they have done to attract those things in their lives. So be very, very careful when they give you example, and there must be things in your life which you must be expecting to come. And then this is up to you how you use these props, imagination, and feelings to attract what you want in your life. Okay. So she's telling a story of a woman who wanted a horse all her life, but she could not afford to buy one. She wanted a chestnut Morgan gelding, and a Morgan would cost thousands and thousands of dollars. So she imagined seeing the exact horse she wanted each time she looked outside her kitchen window. Now, see, she is wanting a horse which is of thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay, she has a very big dream. Now, she's not limiting herself by thinking that she can't afford that horse. Okay, anyway, thousands and thousands of dollars she cannot afford, but she's not limiting her mind by thinking that she can't. So she imagined seeing the exact horse she wanted each time she looked outside her kitchen window. So she is doing in the imagination. Imagination never costs you anything, right? So imagine. She put a picture of a chestnut Morgan horse on the screen of her laptop computer. Whenever she had the opportunity, she doodled drawings of the horse. She began looking at horses for sale, even though she couldn't afford them. She took her children to a store and together they tried on riding boots. See, she tried on riding boots. She also looked for horses for sale. She looked at saddles. She bought the only things she could afford: a horse blanket, lead, and a brushes, and she kept them on display so she could see them every day. See how intense her desire was that she brought things for her horse she could afford. Sometime later, the woman went to a horse expo in her town. A raffle was being held at the expo, and the first prize was a chestnut Morgan gelding, the exact same horse she had been imagining. And of course, she won the raffle and received her horse. See how events, circumstances, and people will bring you what you desire by your imagination and feeling. It is so powerful. She was playing, she was imagining the horse there. She was also looking for the uh, the uh, the accessories of the horse. She was always imagining it's already there in their house. So she see how she has received it in her in the first prize. Yeah. So how did she only got that first prize? Because it was her intense desire. Your senses are props too. So use all your senses to help you feel that you have what you want. Feel the touch of what you want with your skin. Taste it, smell it, see it, and hear it. So you can use all your senses in your imaginations by using all the five senses. Okay, smell it, see it, hear it, taste it. See, we have also read yesterday that if you want to go to Italy, just smell the taste of the pasta. Yeah, and all the oil which they use in the pasta. Look for the places in in the Google which you want to visit, so you can see, you can hear the songs of Italy. Yeah, like this you can. Nice, Nihit, thank you. Okay, sorry guys. Yeah. So one man worked with all his senses to bring himself multiple job offers. See this example, this is also a very good example. where he attracted multiple job offers. He had applied for 75 positions over 3 years and had not received a single job offer. But then he used his imagination and all his senses to imagine he had his dream job. He imagined every detail in his new office. He touched the keys of his computer in his imagination. He smelled the lemon scent of the furniture polish on his new huge mahogany desk. He imagined his work colleagues. He gave them names. He had conversations with them. He had meetings with them. He even tasted the tacos at lunch break. 7 weeks later, he began receiving requests for interviews. Then requests for second interviews poured in. Then he received not only one fantastic job offer, but two. He accepted the job he loved the most. It was his dream job. Yeah, so how he attracted his dream job by imagining. And I tell you, I did this exactly. I did this numerous times. After I read this power book, I imagined my new office. I imagined my desk. I felt the keys of my laptop. I also thought of, having lunch with my colleagues. Everything I had imagined, and I also attracted two job offers from UK. So this is the paragraph which has changed my life. And yes, I did it. So this is not just his story, mine also. So yes, great. So know that when you have completed your part in the creation process, creation is done. You are no longer in the old world where you didn't have what you wanted. You have moved into a new world that contains the very thing you want, even if you can't see it. Know that you will receive it. Now, when you have imagined, when you have felt it from your heart, when you have used your senses to imagine your dream, now your creation is done. Okay, now you have already stepped into the world where you are gonna attract that thing into your life in reality. And you have to know that you will receive it. No means no. No means KNOW, no. That means you already know that you have it. It's not a hope. It's not it's not still waiting anymore. You're saying that you know that yes, it's mine. You have so much belief that you know that you will receive it. Okay. So this is a very important line to note here. Okay. So points of power. To harness the force of love in your life, be careful, Nate. To harness the force of love in your life, to bring something you want or change something you don't want, the creation process is always the same. Imagine it, feel it, and receive it. The whole chapter of power and creation focused on the creation process. How we can attract things in our life. Imagine it, feel it, receive it. Your action area is imagining and feeling only. Okay, receiving comes by itself. And when it comes, you know that it's coming. It's such a strong feeling. Such a strong feeling. Your imagination connects you to what you want. Your desire and feelings of love create the magnetism. Your desire and feelings of love for your dream, love for the life you want, love for your dream house, love for your car or whatever, love for the vacation, love for the relationship in your life, love for your health, body. Yeah, your dream of achieving the best health, your dream of achieving a perfect figure, your dream of running a marathon. It's all the feelings of love which create the magnetism, the magnetic power drawing your desire to you. Imagine yourself being with your desire. At the same time, feel love for what you're imagining. So you have to feel love for what you're imagining, not in a means your intent should be right here. We read that, right? If our feeling is not love, say for example, I am imagining myself as the director of the company, not because I want to be, not because I love to be a director of the company, but because I want to make someone else feel down. I will never achieve my dream because my intent is wrong here. My intention is not love, but it's lack of love. Lack of love means I have a feeling of jealousy, or I have a feeling of hatred, or I have a feeling of making someone else hurt. So imagine yourself being with your desire, at the same time, feel love for what you're imagining. Desire what you want with all of your heart, because desire is a feeling of love, and you must give love to receive what you love. Okay, and whatever you desire should come from your heart. Your heart should tell you whether you want it or not, because love is a feeling which comes from your heart, right? Your dreams may come from your brain or mind, or maybe they can tell you that this is the right way to approach, you can go there and do this and that. But then you have to ask your heart whether I want it. And if your heart says yes, then that feeling of emotion and love comes from. And you must give love to receive what you love. So you have to give love, give love, give love, give love. Giving is in our hands, right? We can give. So when you imagine anything positive that you want and love, you're harnessing the force of love. Push your imagination to the limits and imagine the best and highest that you possibly can of whatever it is that you want. Imagine the best and highest that you possibly can. Okay? Just a minute, huh? ऊपर है, bed पे. When you imagine anything positive that you want and love, you're harnessing the force of love. Yes? So, harnessing the force of love means you're using the force of love. You're making use of that force of love by imagining positive outcome of things. Um, Say, for example, you think of a dream and then you think why you want it. So you ask yourself why? And when you ask yourself why, think of all the positive reasons why you want that desire. And when you know that your intent, your reasons, or your reasons for getting that dream in your life is positive, and then you give love, you are harnessing the force of love. Okay, and yes, of course, we read a lot of times that we have to imagine the best and highest, whatever you possibly can. Even if you are thinking of a 3 bedroom house, think of 4 bedroom house, think of the garden, think of whatever you want. Just imagine and feel the best. Okay, that's why people say, see big dreams, make your targets bigger, higher, because nothing is impossible for the force of love. So whatever desire you can imagine already exists. It doesn't matter what it is. If you can imagine it, it already exists in creation. If you can imagine, you cannot imagine a thing which is not doesn't exist already. So it must be existing somewhere in the invisible world. If you can imagine it, it's already there. Means your brain, your mind can only imagine those things which already exist in creation. It's scientific. Your mind cannot make up things on its own. If you can imagine it, it's already there. You only have to harness the force of love to bring it to you, in front of you in the visible world. In conversations and in your thoughts, say, imagine if, and then complete the sentence with what you want. Say things are not happening in your favor. So you can say that, imagine if I get something better than this. Imagine if I get an opportunity to fly to maybe a beautiful destination. Imagine if I someone gifts me a 4 bedroom house. I mean, you can imagine anything with what you want. Okay. Use props. Surround yourselves with items of clothing, pictures, photographs, relevant objects, so you can imagine and feel the feelings of having what you want. Okay. You can use props, you can use pictures, you can use vision board, which we have already done in the magic book. Make your vision board. Vision board really helps you in looking at when you see your dream in front of you, when you see that you are in a place where you want to be, or you are in a perfect figure, or any award you want to receive in your life. Prop those objects in your life and then make some pic collages. There are numerous applications nowadays, and you can crop your image and face you can replace and do whatever it is. One person attracted the body of Salman Khan just by replacing his face. And then there was an example of an Indian person who replaced the face of Salman Khan and put his face, and he actually received that body in a matter of 6 months because he wanted to be like him. He wanted to attract a body like him. There are many Hollywood actors who have used the law of attraction, used their imaginations and feelings to receive where they are today. It could be Rajkumar Rao is an actor who cannot even speak English perfectly. He has so lack of confidence, but he's not very good looking also. But he had a dream to have a movie with Aishwarya Rai, and she is Miss World. He said that I want to do a movie with Aishwarya Rai, and within 5 years, he was standing opposite to Aishwarya Rai in one of the movies, and he's now a very famous actor in India. No one could have imagined, but his law of attraction, his belief, his dream was so intense that he got it. Even Ranveer Singh wanted to work in Sanjay Leela Bhansali movies, and his sister used to cut pictures in his room and replace, Salman Khan. The movie, there was a movie of Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam where there were posters of Salman Khan. She replaced Salman Khan with Ranveer Singh, and see all the movies after that came with Ranveer Singh, Sanjay Leela Bhansali. He took him as his favorite hero. I mean, things are possible. Just that we should know how to apply the rule, perfectly. Your senses are props too. Use all your senses to help you feel that you have what you want. Feel it, taste it, smell it, see it, and hear it. Feel it from your heart. You can also taste your dream. You can think of a delicious food that you're preparing in your dream place and eating it. Maybe on the beach side, maybe you want to prepare a sweet dish in your new house, in your kitchen. Just think of the smell of that sweet dish coming out from the flame, and then you are thinking that you are going to pray to the god and thank him for the house. And yes, you can smell it, you can taste it, you can see it. Definitely you can see it, because when you imagine, you make a picture of your house or whatever dream you have, and then how can hear it? You can hear the the sounds of your family members congratulating you for getting your dream. Wow, wow, wow. Everybody is applauding you that yes, you got it, you got it. And you are feeling on the top of the world. When you have completed your part in the
In
creation,
that
yeah,
in that I want to add that you can hear your like when you are doing puja in your house, so
mm,
you'll be hearing that what you call bell
yeah,
sound,
yeah,
that
wow,
and then in the smell you can smell the fragrance of that
yeah,
agarbatti.
yeah,
That also like, okay, you are sure can add those things.
wow. Yes. Thank you, Sakshi. We can do a lot of things. We can imagine. Our
Yes.
imagination has no limits. It is us who have to think and imagine. You can even smell the candles you have put in your vacation. Maybe some scented candles you have put in your room.
Yeah, flowers,
Flowers.
flowers, decoration with flowers.
So these are the things, these are the props which can help you in your creation process. Here we end the power and creation process with this last PowerPoint. When you have completed your part in the creation process, you have moved into a new world that contains the very thing you want, even if you can't see it. No, you will receive it. So you have to know that you are gonna receive it no matter what, no matter what. Okay. So next chapter is feeling is creation. We'll start it tomorrow. Yeah. So thank you everyone, and we will do gratitude. Thank you everyone for listening. And if you have any doubts, please ask or please share how are you feeling about it. How did you feel about this chapter? And write down 3 learnings in the group today from Power and Creation chapter. Every one of you will write three learnings from this chapter. Okay. It is very important to revise things. See, we are reading, but we am revising the last day what we have read and what we have not. But it is very important to jot down the points. Suppose Smriti will write down 3 points, maybe Sylvie would write other points. And then we have a mixed of learnings. Yeah, if we have 5, 6 people in the group, if we write 3, 3, 3, 3, we can learn 15, 16 points from the book. And these are the pointers which will help us. Okay. So let's do it today. I am saying for this power and creation because it's a very important foundation chapter which we have learned. Power book is very powerful. It's not just the power word, it's actually the power which is behind everything. Okay. So thank you everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's do gratitude. Let's fold our hands and close our eyes. And let's do gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, universe, for a beautiful and amazing day. Thank you for the sunrise, which has made my day so beautiful. Thank you, universe, for my body that I can speak, I can hear, I can smell, I can taste, I can see, I can talk. I have all the body parts which are working perfectly fine, which are visible or not visible to me. My digestive system, skeleton system, respiratory system, nervous system. Every system in my body is perfectly fine, working perfectly fine. Thank you, thank you, thank you, universe, for my brain, which can understand this book so well. And thank you for my heart for getting it into my soul. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone, that we are reading this book together. Thank you, Rhonda Byrne, for writing this book in such an amazing manner that we can understand and apply those principles in our lives. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the 5 elements of nature. Thank you to the amazing air, magical air that we breathe every single minute and which is keeping me alive. Thank you to the water which quenches my thirst and I'm using it from morning till evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the Mother Earth for taking our weight, for feeding us with numerous fruits, vegetables, the soil which is so fertile, making us making us get our food items from the plants and the trees. Thank you to the trees. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the sun, the moon, which is giving us energy. Thank you to the space element so we can walk and move ourselves. Thank you to my family members who are helping me in day in, day out, who are supporting me or loving me. The love of my family members keeps me moving and alive. Thank you to my parents for bringing me to this beautiful world and giving me everything that I wanted from my childhood till now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to my friends. Thank you to my work colleagues. Thank you to all the money I have received in my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the house where I live in. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for everything, universe. I love you. And I really, really love you for being with me always. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Love you all. I can't hear anyone.